Good morning to everyone. So today in the part of English grammar, we are going to discussing active voice and passive voice. So voices are very important in English grammar. So for speaking English also, voices are most important. So mainly two types of voices are there: active voice and passive voice. So active voice mainly it subject performs the action. So the work is carried out by the subject here. Here in passive voice, action is done to the subject. So any activity is done regarding to the subject. Whereas in active voice, main subject performs the work. Here work is regarding to the subject. That is action is done to the subject. So examples, let us go to the so the framework of active voice is subject plus verb plus object. We know that already in a sentence there will be three important words should play a major role: subject, verb, object. But in there is no helping verbs in the active voice, only pure three: subject, verb, object. But whereas when you see the structure of the passive voice, we can see there will be a helping verb as well as the verb is v3 form and as well as by. So three another important ingredients we can see that along with. So here another differences between active voice and passive voice. Here subject comes first, whereas passive voice object comes first. That is the main differences active voice and passive voice. So in active voice subject comes first, whereas passive voice object comes first. After that there will be a helping verb. The verb is a v3 form and we have to add the by. Then lastly subject. So this is you have to keep in your mind. So for example here in active voice, Ram wrote a letter. Ram wrote a letter. Very simple. Ram is a subject, wrote is a verb, letter is a object. Whereas the letter must come in the first in passive voice as a object. So the object letter comes first in passive voice. That is a letter. So helping verb is was and v3 form: write, wrote, written. So written is the v3 form by subject by whom, that is Ram. A letter was written by Ram. This is best example for passive voice. So in passive voice what's happening, the object is coming first and we have to add the helping verb like was, were, and verb must be v3 form. That is, for example, if write means wrote, written, and after that after the v3 verb we have to add the by. So that is after subject. So this is auxiliary verbs we have to add sometimes. So this is the best example for active voice and passive voice. And let us go to the another how to change the active to passive. So it is important to remember. So here very simple. Just now I said, whereas object becomes a subject So in active voice, object is what? A letter. And whereas in passive voice, what's happening? Acting as a subject. Then we have to use the helping verb like am, is, or was, were, depending on the sentence is either past or future or present. And the main verb must be the past. If it is present, it is converted into v3. Present also, it is converted into v3, that is past participle. It is very, very important. In passive voice, the verb must be past participle, and then we have to add the before the subject by. So in this way, we have to convert the active voice into passive voice, a sentence. So examples, here are many examples. So if the tense is present, whereas she writes a letter. Simple. She is a subject, writes is a verb, a letter is a object. So we know that in passive voice, a letter comes first as a subject, and there will be a helping verbs like we have to use is here, we're adding, and the verb must be, that is v3 form. That is why write, writes, wrote, written. Written we have to, after that by. So instead of C, we have to use, because of present tense, we are using her. Instead of C here, we have to write her. A letter is written by her. He ate mango. సో అతను మ్యాంగో తిన్నాడు అంటే ఇది పాస్ట్ టెన్స్ లో ఉంది కాబట్టి, సో మ్యాంగో వాస్ ఈటెన్ బై హిమ్. మ్యాంగో వాస్ ఈటెన్ బై హిమ్. సో మ్యాంగో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అనేది ఇక్కడ సబ్జెక్ట్ అయ్యింది. అదేవిధంగా హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్ వాడుతున్నాము, వాజ్ అనేటువంటిది. అదేవిధంగా వర్బ్ v3 ఫామ్లో, అంటే ఏట్ అనేది పాస్ట్ టెన్స్ అయితే ఈటెన్ అనేది పాస్ట్ పార్టిసిపల్ అంటే v3లో ఉంది. తర్వాత ఎవరి చేత తినబడింది అనేటువంటిది బై అనేటువంటిది ఆక్సిలరీ వర్బ్స్ అనేది అడిషనల్గా వాడతాము. బై హిమ్, హీకి బదులుగా హిమ్ వాడుతున్నాము. సో ఫ్యూచర్ టెన్స్లో అయితే మనము ఇక్కడ దే అనేది సబ్జెక్ట్, విల్ అనేటువంటిది హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్, కంప్లీట్ అనేటువంటిది ఫ్యూచర్ కాబట్టి వర్క్, దే విల్ కంప్లీట్ అంటే వాళ్ళు వర్క్ను కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారు ఎప్పుడో ఒకప్పుడు. అదే పాస్ట్ టెన్స్లో పాసివ్ వాయిస్లోకి వచ్చేవరకు మనము వర్క్ అనేటువంటిది అంటే సబ్జెక్ట్గా మారుతుంది కాబట్టి, అదేవిధంగా హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్ కూడా మనం యాడ్ చేస్తాము. వర్క్ విల్ బీ బై హూమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కంప్లీటెడ్ v3 ఫామ్ పాస్ట్ పార్టిసిపల్ బై దెమ్. దేకు బదులుగా దెమ్ వాడవాలి ఖచ్చితంగా. సో సి ఉంటే హర్ వాడాము, హీ ఉంటే హిమ్ వాడాము, దే ఉంటే దెమ్ వాడాము. సో ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ ఫినిష్డ్ మై ప్రజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. ప్రజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. ఐ హ్యావ్ ఫినిష్డ్ మై homework. I have finished my homework. So same here. My homework means here what's happening in passive voice. My homework object is converting as a subject, and there will be helping verbs like has been finished by me. నా చేత హోంవర్క్ అనేది కంప్లీట్ చేయబడింది అనేటువంటి సెంటెన్స్ మనం ప్యాసివ్ వాయిస్లో రాస్తాం. సో ఇది జనరల్గా you must practice by the more examples. So